On 2017, PlayerUnknown released a game called PUBG, also known as PlayerUnknown Battleground. Inspired by the movie Battle Royale and originally started off as an Arma 2 mod, the game blew up in so much popularity that kickstarted the Battle Royale genre in the gaming space. Everyone wanted to make their own Battle Royale game. Fortnite, Final Fantasy First Soldier, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Fallout 76, Apex Legends, and even games that aren't even shooters such as Fall Guys follow the Battle Royale category. It became one of the most hated genres as years go by. Every time whenever some game dev or studio mentions a Battle Royale game mode, they get shunned and humiliated by the public eye.
Fuck yeah, we put a Battle Royale in Fallout 76.
This is The Binding of Isaac, a roguelike? Yeah, I don't know the difference. A roguelike indie game released on 2014 about a young boy named Isaac, escaping to the basement as he fights off monsters and creatures while collecting loot that might be useful in his adventures. But unless he gets defeated, he loses all of them and he has to get them all over again. Basically roguelikes in a nutshell. It's not until years later the roguelike genre has blown up in games such as Vampire Survivors, Potato, Enter the Gungeon, Hades, Gunfire Reborn, Death Must Die, and many others. It has become one of the biggest gaming cash cow that every game dev, big or small, wants to make their own roguelike. Even God of War has a roguelike game mode now, and yet there's not that many people trying to bash this genre, with most critics being people who just aren't interested in it. Salutations, my absolute units. Has anyone been noticing this weird trend in the gaming space recently? Like, just a few years ago, we had the Battle Royale genre that's been milked so hard that everyone just got tired of it to a point it just died or got irrelevant. And suddenly, like all of a sudden, we have this new genre from like a few years ago before Battle Royale or more popping up, and compared to Battle Royales, this one seems more beloved and probably won't be stopping anytime soon. Until it's no longer profitable, that is, which is the roguelike genre, so why is that? But before we get into the main topic, let me get to today's sponsor, a notice. Because despite the main topic of the video, I just want to let you know that I never played any Battle Royale games and I have only played a few roguelike games such as... Holy ex-machina, I don't have that much roguelike games, do I? But regardless, I will use whatever knowledge I have just by using my viewpoints. So apologies I'm doing this research in theory than in practice. Now back to the main topic, why are Battle Royales hated but roguelikes are loved? I even tried to find if anyone has made a video or post like this, and to my surprise I found none of them. Well, actually I did. But the video is about why roguelikes and Battle Royales are the same thing, and not one why is hated and the other isn't. But I haven't seen the video yet, but I will watch it once I finish this video. Now, I think the reason why Battle Royales are a hated trend was because of the multiplayer aspect. Especially since it's an online multiplayer. I know a lot of people like playing these multiplayer games. Esports is very multiplayer centric and is still popular with gamers. And I know some of you out there are wishing to become esports athletes in which you'll win a game award that no one cares about.
But what about esports?
Boo! You stink!
But the biggest problem with multiplayer is that when you have a game that's online only, full of predatory gambling, reskins that don't do shit, internet lag, DDoS attacks, hackers, and finally multiplayer match toxicity, or you could just use the mute button.
Please, I'm self-conscious about my little sapling.
Oh no.
Picks it up, plants it somewhere else.
What are you guys talking about?
We're talking about saplings.
I don't want to know.
The growth of
Can't
trees.
just mute them.
I'm a staff member.
To
I'm not
infinity and
forced to.
beyond.
Not everyone is going to play your game. Meanwhile, roguelikes are mostly single player or co-op. Basically, this means that no internet is required to play a game or enter some multiplayer deathmatch server. But you may be asking, if single unit, some roguelikes require multiplayer because of co-op. Yeah, unless if it's local, but still, even when you do play co-op, the entire point there is to team up and work together PvE without getting your ass whipped by some hacker stealing your private information. I guess the closest thing to toxicity and poor teamwork is internet lag, ruining your cooperation, and poor teamwork. I guess it's better to have a small group of people getting mad how suck you are than, I don't know, an entire crowd.
I know Umbrella going home. That's all I gotta say.
Now when it comes to skill, both Battle Royale and roguelikes handle it differently. In Battle Royales, you usually fight the other enemy players with varying skill. Some might either be new players who are a bit easy to beat, while others are probably streamers or hackers showing off their skills and saying get wrecked. Oh wait, no one says that anymore. What are the kids saying these days? Oh yeah, skill issue. For losing too much. Roguelikes, on the other hand, use NPC enemy AI. using the same attack pattern over and over and over again until you get used to it. And the more you practice in a hard game, the more you realize it's not that hard to beat that one enemy. You might even get some good loot or a good item out of it, with the power of loot boxing. But hey, as long as it's not some pay-to-win feature, I'm fine. I guess the only difference when it comes to getting these items is on one hand in roguelikes, if you die with that equipped item, it means say goodbye to that equipped item.
Live is another. Oh God, I'm dead, aren't I? Oh hell no! No!
And in multiplayer battle royale, the enemy can just steal your weapon and probably keep it until the end of the game. The next reason is dying. Usually battle royale and multiplayer games, when you die, you do nothing but spectating and watch other people play and just wait for a very long time to do nothing but watch a long game, no respawns. In roguelikes, you die and wait for a loading screen and lose your loot, and you pretty much respawn without all those weapons you equipped. Let's just hope there's no long loading screens. And you know, speaking of dying, most of these servers require money and they have to make sure to remain active and online. And if no one's playing anymore, then it's time to pull a plug and say goodbye to the server. Now it's just an empty barren wasteland with no one to play with. Now finally, I think the reason why battle royales are more hated is that, now, this is more of a subjective thing, but I think this is due to bandwagoning. Believe me, as someone who isn't that much of a trend chaser, PUBG and Fortnite was never really my thing. I remember back in the 2014 Game Awards, and I got completely sick of seeing Fortnite ads non-stop.
I can't wait to drop off the battle bus and meet some of you on the battlefield.
Nowadays, most of my hate towards Fortnite is usually having too much crossovers. I don't know if this is some sort of double standard, but when you have these indie games good, AAA bad, but when these companies all of a sudden start making battle royale games over and over again, featuring paid battle passes, everyone was pretty much done and tired at that point.
Look at the frames! Look at the frames! They allowed this!
So battle royales pretty much stopped becoming cash cows, with PUBG, despite its rocky reputation, still being played, while Fortnite is still remaining as the new and current king of multiplayer games. Actually, maybe Fortnite really is the reason why no one is interested in another battle royale genre. You got like annoying kids there, default dancing, ninja, crossovers, possible kitty diddlers, ninja, default dancing, Naruto using a gun, ninja, kids thinking John Wick is a Fortnite character, more annoying kids, ninja, ninja, even more ninja.
The award goes to Ninja.
Look, what I'm trying to say is that Fortnite's reputation at the time wasn't loved by most gamers because of annoying kids asking for V-Bucks, and the impact it's made on pop culture.
Noob Master.
Yeah, Noob Master 69. Calling you Dickie.
Noob Master, hey, it's Thor again. You know, the God of Thunder?
I've already said, but while I got tired of Fortnite everywhere, nowadays my hate for it is just, it's usually the excessive crossovers. Like, should I even be surprised if I suddenly became a Fortnite special guest all of a sudden? Hey! Where the hell am I? Roguelikes, however, despite a few AAA studios are starting to make game modes out of it, it's still kicking strong, and possibly it's because of its single-player appeal. Finally, a game for people who don't have friends. But for those who do have friends, they can team up and work together to fight a soulless programmed NPC. And you know, speaking of single-player appeal, at least they try to have some single-player story mode rather than a complex multimedia trailer method of storytelling, just to understand the lore.
At last the work of generations is complete. The great error is corrected.
Some roguelikes try to be experimental. For example, instead of being another top-down shooter game, it's a stealth game. Instead of being a pixel retro graphic bullet hell game, it's instead a photorealistic action game. If anything, roguelikes aren't just the new battle royale, it's also the new survival world crafting. And hey, what do you know? Palworld is a survival crafting game, and it's still selling millions. More like Kleptomaniac Simulator. So, more good reason for roguelikes are here to stay, but who knows? And even if it does stop becoming a cash cow, it'll still be a genre to be reckoned with, since the aforementioned survival crafting games. So, what does this mean for battle royales? Is it really dead and irrelevant? Well, on one hand, PUBG, Fortnite, Apex Legends are still popular battle royale games, but on the other hand, it doesn't seem like anyone is interested in making new battle royale games. I guess the closest thing we get to a Battle Royale trying something new as Fall Guys, and then Among Us happened and it sorta almost became irrelevant. Keyword almost. And that's not even a Battle Royale game, it's a whodunit simulator. I guess there's Squid Games, but that's a TV show and not a game? Well, there is crap games though. But let's face it, regardless of how popular and big Battle Royales were in the day, the idea is not as new and original as a certain modern creepypasta, which I'm starting to get tired of complaining about. I mean, before the Battle Royale boom, we got Minecraft Hunger Games, musical chairs, Smash Brothers. But if we really want to go even further than that, we had Warlords for the arcades and the Atari 2600. This is the first Battle Royale game. Yes! The Battle Royale genre has existed even before video games were huge. And back to talking about Smash Brothers, it does seem like Smash clones or rather platform fighters are the new Battle Royale. A trend-chasing cash grab that no one seems to care about. And that, my absolute units, is why I believe that Battle Royales are hated, but roguelikes are loved. Sincerely, a guy who barely plays those games. But hey, even if I don't have that much experience with those genres, at least I have enough knowledge, and besides, in the end, I just made this video for the sake of discussion. And now for my next topic, why there's so many deck building games when you could just play Magic the Gathering from someone who doesn't play or understand card games and is only making this as an excuse to bash on something even though I'm not the target audience of the genre. Gee, I wonder why!